Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Cultural Breakdown. So now we got the numbers in for the second weekend of Disney's remake of The Little Mermaid, and things are looking bad for the House of Mouse. And worldwide, it took in roughly 326 million, which sounds good until you actually look at the drop-off numbers from the last week, and things are just looking abysmal. In other words, everyone who wanted to see this movie basically saw it on its opening weekend, and that was even underwhelming and below projections. And now even less people are going to see it, especially when you compare that to new movies like Into the SpiderVerse that just came out, which are actually real popular. Jumping over into Rotten Tomatoes, Little Mermaid, as you can see, the audiences and critics both don't like it. Compare that to Across the Spider-Verse, and it seems to be universally praised. In fact, this article from Deadline even highlights the biggest problem with the Little Mermaid remake, and that is their budget. Roughly, it was about a $250 million budget, and that's not all the money that they spent on it, because there's all the other licensing fees and things like that that go into in marketing, that go into making a profit. According to this article, it says it needs to have a $260 million box office globally to return a little $71 million profit, which is actually would be decent number, but it's nothing what they're looking for. I mean, they were wanting $1 billion movie, and they're just hoping now to break even with that. And even then, with the numbers, it's not looking like that's going to be the case. Compared that to something like Across the Spider-Verse, which is basically $200 million in global in just their opening weekend. Keep in mind, Disney opened theirs on a Memorial Day weekend, so they had a 4-day weekend to get that. This is only just a regular 2-day weekend. I guess you can count the Thursday early showing, but even then, this is getting it way more faster than the other one, and this is only about $100 million budget. So they've pretty much, well, they haven't made up their budget just yet, but they're pretty close to it. And that's why there's just so many problems with Disney right now. 7,000 layoffs. The Mouse House targets to conclude these company-wide layoffs, which focus on most heavily on the media divisions and left the parks largely untouched ahead of the summer. So yeah, the parks are where they're making their money at, especially at this time of year. But even then, it's not looking good. I mean, that's why they're trying to lay off the entertainment side of it, because that's what's losing them the money now. I mean, they just lost a bunch of money with Buzz Lightyear, Little Mermaid. Elementals is another $200 million Pixar movie slated to come out later this month, and that's not looking good either. They need to try to basically pinch pennies to get by right now, and it's just not looking good, especially even in the parks, which is their moneymaker. The attendance are actually down compared to other places like Universal. Not only that, but Disney has been halting other development deals in their Disney parks, while Universal is expanding them. They just opened their Nintendo World in California. They're going to open up their Nintendo World in Florida in a couple of years, while Disney is just kind of struggling to get by. I'm not going to say the biggest problems with the Little Mermaid remake is because of identity politics issues. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, it's because she's black, they race swapped her, that it's going to be bad. I think it's just people don't like remakes. This is a soulless cash grab. They were out of ideas. You can't make a good movie if you lack creativity, and that's basically what it is. These remakes lack the creative spark that the original movies had, and people don't like them. You know, in the past, when remakes came out, everyone would just universally attack them. No one likes them if they're just obviously cash grabs. But now Disney is basically like, hey, we'll just race swap a character, and then we'll get an audience who guaranteed to love it, because we'll call them racist if they don't. And that works for some people. They'll buy into that. But most people are just seeing through it, or it's like, okay, I don't care. Or I don't know why I didn't like it, not for racist reasons, but because it was just not good. And that's what shows up in the box office. At least that's what I'm saying here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to share the video, like it, and to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thank you.